back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. Big welcome back to everybody who has been subscribed since the beginning, everyone who has recently subscribed. Thank you guys so much for your friendship, and thank you so much for being here, having your presence here. It means so much to me. A big thank you to everyone on Instagram who has recently sent me messages because of the scammer that keeps trying to pretend to be the Tarot Cottage and other tarot channels across YouTube and Instagram. Thank you so much to everyone who reached out to me. I believe that scammer has been removed from Instagram at this point, but be sure to protect yourselves in the comment section here of YouTube as well. There's lots of spammer content here. I will never approach you for a personal reading unless you are the winner of the free tarot reading, and I make it very clear who I am in the comment section when I approach you if you are the winner. So be sure to protect yourself against spellcasters and those sorts of things. I would hate to see you taken advantage of. But if you are here for the very first time, we would love to welcome you to our beautiful soul family here. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so if you're into tarot, if you're into oracle, we would love to have you. Please pull up a chair and get cozy. We're going to have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here together. Today's pick a card reading, we're looking at the person on your mind, and are you going to be in a relationship with this person, and when? Will the two of you form a formal relationship? And if so, when will that happen? So we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1 here with the red leaf. We have pile number 2 with the yellow leaf. And we have pile number 3 with the green leaf. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today, and my timestamps are below as always. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today is all about the person on your mind, and will the two of you be together? And if so, when will that happen? Pile 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the red leaf. Or perhaps here to the Naked Heart Tarot, which I didn't mention in my introduction. And this is your reading. The person on your mind, are you going to be in a relationship with this person? And when will that happen? So we're going to first look at the current climate, what's happening in this connection first. So what is currently going on in this connection for pile 1. And then we're going to look at the future and see if you are going to turn into a relationship, when will that come about? So what's going on with this connection? We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Movement of Wands. Spirit of Pentacles, the Magician. There's a lot going on here. I'm not going to keep all of this because there's a lot. But I do feel like there's a lot of excitement surrounding this connection right now. The Movement of Wands specifically is a sense of excitement sexually. It's also somebody who is kind of seizing opportunities, somebody with a lot of confidence too, but they may not be ready for a commitment. You know, sometimes the Knight of Wands doesn't think about those consequences, doesn't think about forever. They just think about today. They think about the attraction they have right now. So there's this feeling of delay here. It's like, will this Knight move into the Spirit of Pentacles? Can I manifest a true commitment from this person? And you may be sort of on the fence about whether that's possible here with this person. I'm going to keep those 3. I'm going to keep these aside because it does feel like we're holding space for that potential, and this person may even be giving you some inclinations that that's a possibility in the future too, but they're just not ready yet. They just want to see where this goes. That's what it feels like. I just want to see where this goes and enjoy myself while I do it. And truly, I love the spirit of the Knight of Wands with the Temperance, because it's about enjoying the day, right? We're meant to find joy in the journey, and that's what we're supposed to do. So not place too many expectations on the future. But I understand that we want to know what's going to happen in the future. Will this person want to make it official? We have the Fool. We have the Chariot. We have the 3 of Swords. Four of Swords with the 4 of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the 2 of Cups, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. I want to clarify this as I move through. But what is interesting to me here is right in the center is the Chariot energy with this Fool. And you can see that this Chariot, it's like these two horses, this two-headed horse being driven in different directions. And I feel like it sort of is a beautiful testament to where this person's mind is at, or what that you perceive about this person. It's like they're running around from place to place. But there is something very unique about you. And that's the good thing, is that there is something very unique about you that sets you apart from any other options that you may feel like this person could entertain. The truth is that being you is half the battle. Like, that's the thing, is that you have a huge influence on this person, whether they realize it or not at this moment. Can we clarify, please, the movement of wands? You have the Ace of Wands, and there's such a strong spark between the two of you at this present. It makes me smile because I feel like it's a lot of fun that you guys are having right now. And there's no shame in starting here in this spark, in this fiery element, because this is the spark that starts an entire bonfire ultimately. And it may feel like what you want seems really far away. We have the Temperance reversed with the Devil. I feel like your person is a little bit scared of commitment. And not because they're like terrified of it, but I think there's an internal insecurity about what that means to commit. And they just might not be ready in this present moment because they are sort of in that period of life where they're being driven in different directions. And their focus hasn't completely honed in on one place yet. It could definitely be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We also have really strong Capricorn energy. The Empress. And I will say here that sometimes the Empress can really get her feelings hurt when she's not prioritized and not made to feel super, super special right off the hop, because she deserves that. You know, we're always this Empress energy. We deserve that. And there's a lot of sort of insecurity associated with the delays moving forward a little bit for you. It could really, especially if you're resonating with the Divine Feminine energy here, you may get a little insecure about this person's focus, about their inability to commit right away. But again, Spirit doesn't want you to internalize that, because this is a reflection of this person's internal struggle, of their fears of commitments, of their restlessness. And ultimately, we see here this period with the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles following up this Three of Swords. And what I really like about the energy moving forward for you is the fact that it's acknowledging this Three of Swords. It's acknowledging the disappointment and the delay that you've experienced. It's acknowledging how nervous it's making you, but they don't want you to lose hope here, because Spirit says that this definitely can move into a romantic relationship. This is a seed that's been planted. And there's a little bit fear in the unknown, but Spirit sees sudden turns of events in your favor and it moving into relationship cycle. Now, the Two of Cups is the beginnings of a relationship. It's a beautiful, sort of vulnerable moment for both of you. And so it's just the spark that begins. So where you take it once it moves into this romantic cycle, where you take it is definitely up to you at that time. You're going to experience a little bit of a slight delay here with the Two of Pentacles. We started that off. You can see it looks like a timepiece. But Spirit says that delay is meant for you, in truth, because it's meant for you to enjoy the journey, to stop focusing so much on the timing and to enjoy the journey. But we are going to look into timing here in a moment anyway. I'm already getting a bit of a message for timing as it stands, but because I'm dealing with the collective energy, I do have multiple messages coming through. So let's get some advice about where this connection is headed. I do feel it's going to move into a romantic cycle, or not romantic cycle, it's already there. I feel like it's going to move into a relationship. It's like official relationship status with the Two of Cups. We can have, you see, it's like two sides of a coin that have to be vulnerable equally. And so we don't want to force this person to our objective now because they won't be ready, and then ultimately it's just going to end in heartbreak. So we have to sort of enjoy that ride and be patient until they're ready to kind of join us on that escape. We have here separation reverse, time apart from your partners on the horizon. You could live far away from this person. There could be like a distance between the two of you, which might, again, amplify some of your insecurity. We have here, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. So even though there's a separation on the horizon, even though there could be distance between the two of you, Spirit wants you to know that these feelings are real, they are worth exploring, and that's what they want you to focus on, is the exploration of it, because that's the exciting bit. That's what's sort of fueling the rest of this momentum. It's what's setting the stage for this romantic relationship. And it's okay to start with fire. Spirit says it's fine to start there. This is real, it's worth the exploration. There's also this element of protection kind of coming around this connection as well. What is this connection headed? It's going to go into a relationship phase. We have lost lands. It says soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Could be an old soulmate contract in place here. And we have here the Seiza Mintaka, seeing potential and bringing unconscious into light. And we started with sort of the seeds, the Ace of Pentacles. We started with this movement of wands, sort of going down this explorative path with this Ace of Wands. And there is so much potential here. But it's about making sure that we're bringing that unconscious to light. It's about seeing the potential and then taking the steps to head us towards the objective of that. And I definitely see a relationship opening up here. We have here micromanaging the universe, though, my will to thy will. And sometimes, again, the Empress wants to be seen as a priority right away. And if she feels like she's not being prioritized, or if things aren't moving quickly enough, she feels like, is this a waste of my time? But that's why Spirit wants you to rise above some of the emotion. That's why the delay may be happening, because it's an opportunity for us to use the delay as an opportunity to rise above the disappointment we may experience. Let's get some current feelings from this person before we get a timing for your relationship. I feel like it could come in for someone within the year. There's also a two-year mark coming in as well. We have here, I was so unfair to you, the Justice reverse. So there's a sense of feeling stuck, being fearful, though, of what lies beyond the unknown. I would do anything for you. Oops. I wonder if I'm strong enough. The Eight of Wands, or the Strength energy. You feel so far away, the Star of Aquarius, but we have Aquarius here as well. But that's the thing, is the star feels far away and we wish upon it. But it's also the guiding light of optimism. We have to follow that. And we have here, I'm still chained to my past, the Devil reversed. I do feel like this person does have old attachments, even emotional attachments that create insecurity, that stop them from wanting to go into a commitment cycle right away. They could be coming right out of some sort of commitment and be not ready to sort of jump right back into something. So there's an essence of that causing some of the delay for someone watching. And it says, I was the happiest I've ever been, the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So let's take a look here at the timing. When will this move into a relationship cycle? Please, for pile number 1. We have the Eight of Pentacles. There could be a work connection here. It's also talking about staying focused on with the task at hand as we move through towards this relationship. And they want you to know that the kind of the seeds that you're planting now in this connection are setting the stage for that momentum moving forward. King of Swords. We also have the Nine of Swords. I do feel like it's going to happen within the year. I think at minimum it's going to be 1 to 3 months. It's going to happen within the year for the collective that's watching. There's a 1 to 2 year time frame that's coming in for me at this time. And I feel like it's going to be the masculine that comes forward and sort of charges in with that intent as well, which is kind of a beautiful turn of frequency here, because it's a turn of events in the Divine Feminine's favor here. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. So yes, it will turn into a relationship phase. Minimum of 3 months, maximum for someone watching for up to 2 years, but I don't feel like it's going to be that long. I feel within the year is the time frame that Spirit is bringing forward. In the bowl today, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Justice reverse, and the Queen of Swords sideways. So the Queen of Swords could be an Aquarius, a Libra, a Gemini, specifically Libra here with the Justice reverse. There's a feeling of like it's not fair, or I'm not sitting in a position that I'm happy with. The Queen of Swords is being very critical in this moment with the delay. But she's also very focused, and it's very important for her to stay focused on this journey so that she doesn't get welled up with the emotion of the unfairness of it, or the lack of commitment here with the Justice reverse. But I love the Knight of Pentacles because Spirit says that if we give this connection the space, the exploration that it deserves, the patience that it deserves, the Knight gets to his destination. He's very sure-footed. And it really represents a energy and momentum that builds upon security too. Somebody who's really reliable. We have dance. I think of Garth Brooks, the dance. We also have baby steps, baby feet, and we have the turtle, and he's very slow moving. I think of the Knight of Pentacles. We have December being significant, and 2 music notes here. There's a feeling of like enjoying the time together, of going out and having fun, celebrating. I think about the 3 of Cups. We have a triangle. I think about the hills to climb. I also think of third party sometimes, so take that as it resonates. We have the butterfly, and we have the key. We also have a spoon, and we have the moon. And they were combined together. So our guides are trying to bring forward through our intuition. They're trying to spoon feed us clarity. They're trying to spoon feed us the information we need so that we don't get stuck with this burden on our shoulders with the monkey. There is an emphasis on kids, though, in the bowl. So you may have children. This could move into ultimately a commitment cycle where you end up committing down the line. But we're starting with the beginnings of this relationship. We have surrender and go with the flow. And there's an emphasis on the divine masculine surrendering to this connection, because it does feel to be them stuck in a bit of an emotional rut when it comes to old attachments or old fears setting in that are really implemented. But ultimately, there's a surrender to that emotion in the future of this connection. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates, and I'm praying for this connection. If it did resonate with you, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section, even if you have to come back. I would also love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell and your like button. It helps me to bring you more content. Be sure to drop your comment below and hit the notification bell if you would like to be entered in for a free reading. I've recently reached out to a new winner, and so I'm just waiting for them to reach back out to me, but be sure to drop your comment below because I'll be notifying another winner within the week, so be sure to drop your comment. But I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the little yellow leaf or to the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, and this is your reading. Will the 2 of you be together? Will you have a relationship, and when will that happen? So the person on your mind for pile number 2, are you going to have a relationship with this person, an official relationship, and when will that happen? We're going to start with the current dynamics of your connection, so what's currently happening in this connection, and see what the future holds. And if the future holds connection, we're also going to take a peek at their current feelings. So what's currently happening in this connection as we speak, please, Spirit? We have the Knight of Cups. Oh, we have the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands coming out with the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Cups. We're going to pair those together. It's an interesting sort of contrast between the watery energy of the knight, who comes in with shiny armor and acts very stoic and acts very gallant, and then here comes the king with all that flame. The High Priestess. Four of Pentacles. And the 8 of Wands. Queen of Swords. Back of the deck is the Hanged Man, and we have the Knight of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles. Let's clarify this reading. can you tell me about the current state of this connection and whether or not they will move into a relationship in the future? The Fool. The Ace of Wands. I keep hearing that Lizzo song in my voice or in my head, that I'm ready. Five of Swords. The Knight of Wands. The Ten of Wands. Back of the deck is the Temperance, and we have the Five of Cups. You know what's interesting is that there's a bit of a contrast here between pile one, because I feel like in this case the Divine Masculine is like ready. It's like ready to charge through, and it's the Divine Feminine that's a little bit uncertain ultimately. And it almost feels like the Divine Masculine here wants to commit quickly because of an internal conflict. That's the problem, is that there is a spark here, but it's being, the focus, the determination is based on a lot of internal conflict, their higher self is saying. It's like they feel really insecure, so they're really attracted to you and they want to shoot their shot. They're ready. They want you to be ready. They want to build upon this momentum. They want to build a foundation with you, and they don't want to miss out on their opportunity. There's a sense of urgency even about it that's coming through here. But I feel like all of this is a little bit too heavy sometimes for the Divine Feminine. It feels there's an uncertainty. There's an uncertainty in the unknown. There's just this burden that's being carried. And so the Queen of Swords, she has to sometimes create boundaries with people where she's like, I'm not ready. Because even the Knight of Swords here with the Six of Wands, it's like they're rushing into something, and you can see there's mud all over their boots. There's a shovel that's covered in dirt. It's like digging myself a bigger pit ultimately, because I'm surrendering to fear. And that's the sort of momentum behind my intent, this from the Divine Masculine, surrendering to a momentum of fear. Because even this Hanged Man energy, it's supposed to be a relaxing energy. It's supposed to ask us to surrender to the present moment, to just watch and see what's going to happen, to see what's going to be revealed to us. But this person looks terrified, and rightfully so. And so there's an imbalance issue here with this person coming in. Tell me how this person feels, please. How does this person feel about pile number 2? We have here ink pot, problems to be resolved. We have here dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. So there's this sense of like wanting to bridge a gap perhaps between friendship and more. And the Knight of Cups comes out with all of this shiny armor, as I said, comes out saying all the right things and acting perfect, because truly it's masking a deep insecurity inside. This fear of like, what if this ship sails off before I get an opportunity? So it's like I'm shooting my shot. There is definitely a sense of almost sexual urgency, temporary problems, and fire, strong emotions, passionate love or hate. Because we have staff you'll be taken care of in difficult times. This person's very attracted to you actually. But there is a certain amount of kind of helplessness that they feel in that attraction. It's like they think that you're out of their league in some way. And so they feel like they have to get you in a relationship. There has to be a relationship here, or else my insecurity will just rile up. It's like they don't want to be in a friend zone. We have the Surrender, we have the Two of Swords. It's like they don't want to be in this friend zone anymore. So it could be a friendship that we want to know if it's going to move into a new beginning. And there's this sense of like burden upon our shoulders in regards to that too, because if there is a deep friendship involved, that burdens us. That burdens us with the unknown. We have Crown, honor, and respect will come to you. And we have the Bat on the back of the deck. Take care, enemies are working against you. But the Bat often goes off of sonar. And so there's a sense of like insecurity and anxiety working against this person, because it's like they're shooting their shot. They want to take a leap of faith, but it's going to take a lot of vulnerability for them to actually sort of accomplish that. How does this person currently feel about pile number 2, please? says you deserve love. You are lovable. And I feel like for either, and this could be a reversal, but for you or this person, there's a sense of like not feeling deserving, feeling insecure with the Four of Pentacles. And we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. There's a sense of urgency about it. There's a sense of urgency about it because it almost feels like they're worried they're going to lose you or you're going to slip through their fingers if they don't act soon. But I feel like there's a sense of one person not quite being ready to move into that cycle yet because they're still burdened by the unknown. We have weddings. This situation involves marriage, so take that as it resonates. It could be that they want to take it to that level of commitment ultimately. But let's take a look at their current feelings. And then we're going to look at, we're going to get into the message of if this is going to move into a commitment. There's a decision that the Queen of Swords has to make about the future because I feel like there's going to be somebody who asks, can we, enter into a relationship? So there could be this sense of choice coming in. But how are they currently feeling about moving into a romantic cycle, into a relationship? It says, listen to your heart. We have I'm addicted to you coming out, the devil energy, Capricorn, so insecurity as well. Codependent attachments. A little bit of obsession. You already know how I feel. You may be sort of burdened by this person's feelings for you sometimes, because it feels overwhelming. This Ace of Wands is the spark between the two of you. And I miss you. Do you miss me? If I asked you to stay, would you leave? And then we have the sex reversed. So there's a certain amount of desire to kind of bridge this gap and explore that option with you, explore the sexual energy with you. But let's ask Spirit. Ultimately, after this, this Queen of Swords makes her decision, will this move into a relationship cycle here? You have the Emperor. The Two of Swords. We have the Lovers. Yes, Spirit says yes. The Lovers indicates a relationship forming. We have the Nine of Cups, a dream coming true, a wish being granted. Over here at the Nine of Cups, it's like this King of Wands is going to shoot their shot, ultimately. And they're going to feel very satisfied. They're going to feel very satisfied that they took that risk. I feel like it could take them some time to activate this decision because right now they're coming from a very guarded heart space. So the Two of Swords is somebody who is very, very guarded, who's a little bit worried about being vulnerable with you. And that's why we started out here with the King or the Knight of Cups. This person hasn't shot their shot yet. I feel like they haven't sort of moved in yet, but it's like when they do shoot their shot, it's like they're going to want things to move fast. They're going to want things to move quickly, potentially. Because they're so attracted to you and they still feel so connected to you, but it's like they feel justified because they get to have you on their arms. So there's a sense of them really putting you up on a pedestal. And I feel like this is going to move into a romantic cycle. It might move into a romantic cycle between 5 and 9 months from now, into an actual relationship. There's the Three of Wands. But it is indicating, too, that the Divine Feminine will be the one making the decision here about what she wants moving forward. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy. Yeah, 7 months, Spirit says. King of Wands, yeah. It's kind of exciting because it's like they're going to go through a darkness. This person's going to go through a dark period before they execute that decision. They're going to really feel helpless and hopeless before they reach that light, before they come to a state of optimism where they're able to really surrender to their decision and then take action. So Spirit says, and because I'm dealing with the collective, the timing will be a little bit varied. So I'm getting 5, 7, and 9 months. So please take that as it resonates to your situation. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. A charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. In the bowl, we have the Eight of Swords. You may also be sort of really waiting for this person to kind of say something. I feel like you're already It says you already know how this person feels. We have the Eight of Swords, we do have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Cups. You know what? We're talking about the beginnings of a relationship here. When is this going to turn into a relationship cycle? But really, Spirit is giving me little snippets of the future, the potential here. It's what we do with the beginnings is where our potential will take us. But there's a lot of potential here with this Ten of Cups down the line. There could be commitments down the line if we choose to take it that far, if we find joy in this journey and we surrender to it. You can really find sort of your pot of gold at the end of that laneway. So the Eight of Swords is really indicating this person's fear in the present moment. It's really being influenced by their emotions. This is an emotional person. They could be a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Two of Pentacles is indicating they already have intention of coming forward and asking you to move into this beautiful relationship cycle. But they're delaying it. They don't have a Chariot underneath them right now because they're scared. But they are going to bring forward that awareness, and they're going to be rewarded with exactly what they want. A new relationship with you. 7 months is a really strong time frame right now. We have we have here the fish bones. I think about the Ten of Swords. We saw that earlier because it's somebody going through a dark cycle. Right now with the Four of Cups, it can really feel like a helpless energy, which can also contribute to the Ten of Swords too. And it's the emotion again affecting that. We have the Empress with the big shell, potential. We have here, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. We have the Dolphin, I think about friendship and playfulness and flirtation. We have the Moon, intuition. The whale tail, which is surrender. And it's the purple whale tail. I think about empowerment. I think about royalty. So there's a sense of like stepping into our power. We have Aries. And they could be an Aries, the King of Wands. We also have the Gecko, their sense of protection. So they could be an Aries for sure. Whoops. All right, pile 2. That's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I'd love to hear your story below in the comment section, even if you have to come back. And I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, and drop me that comment so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my Etsy account for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I just hope that you come back here for another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the green leaf, or perhaps to the, what's this one called? The Macabre Tarot. And this is your reading. Will the person on your mind and yourself come together in a real relationship? Will you be together, and when? And so that is where we're going to start today for you, pile 3. We're going to start with where this connection is currently sitting and what does the future hold. We're going to look at their current feelings as well. So what is currently going on in this connection? And is it going to move into a relationship phase, and when will that happen? Will they be together, and when? We have the Two of Wands. The Seven of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles. There could be a work connection here for someone, but there's a sense of like us exercising our options. It's like there could be other options for you or for this person as far as people, but it's also about sort of the fantasy of the planning phase. The Two of Wands can indicate the two of you in a really heavy flirtation cycle right now. Maybe you're just seeing each other casually in this moment. And maybe nothing has happened. Maybe there's this feeling of like, what happens if we start taking those steps? Because the spider here is talking about how we weave our own destiny here in this situation. But we are also sort of worried about loss and about sort of the consequences of this ripple effect that I'm seeing with the Eight of Pentacles. So they could be worried about the consequences in the work realm, for instance, or just where this connection is headed in general. You have the Hermit, Virgo. The Nightmare of Bones, the Knight of Wands. And back of the deck is the Magician. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like if somebody says to you, you know, we have patience is a virtue, I feel like you would groan at that. There's a sense of like frustration with delays, frustrations with patience. It's like, I'm tired of waiting for things that I want in this connection or in general. And there's even this sense of like, I'm frustrated with the manifestation message. Like, I'm frustrated being told that I'm a manifester. So let's clarify this message, please. What's going on in this connection and where is it headed? The Ten of Cups. The Tower. There's also this sense of like confusion about how much they like me, how they feel versus how you feel. There's this confusion surrounding this connection too. Two of Cups. And we have the Moon. Back of the deck is the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So I do sense a very strong work connection for someone here. That's not for everyone. So please take the messages as they resonate and leave behind those that do not feel right to you. What I really see here is like a lot of potential, and I feel like there's a lot of confusion between the two of you. I think that it's like you guys are afraid to say something, or someone in this connection is afraid to really say something. But there's a lot of potential here. And Spirit says that with careful planning and careful steps, this can definitely move into a relationship phase. In fact, the Hermit is like setting a stage. If the Two of Wands starts to plan, the Hermit starts taking that plan and starts execution of that plan. And so there's a wonderful element of momentum here. And Spirit is indicating that they don't want the emotions or the fears of the unknown or the delays to sort of get in the way and really temper this beautiful opportunity, truly. Because this Knight of Wands is this sense of embracing the in-between. You can see it's half a person, half a skull, and it's about being in this in-between phase. Maybe if it's even feeling uncertain, but there's some fun about that. You know, there's potential to work with, there's fantasy to work with. And so there's a sense of embracing this in-between and really seizing opportunities as they present in this connection and enjoying each other's company. There's an emphasis here on fire between the two of you, which is beautiful. And there's no shame in starting it in a realm of fire. And the Seven of Pentacles is really talking about, there's the Three of Wands, is talking about the investments you're going to make here. So the Seven of Pentacles, it's when we're planting a seed, and after we plant that seed, we have to work on the growing conditions. And right now, Spirit says that any delay that you experience is only here to help to solidify your placement, to help to solidify your feelings of security within yourself, because ultimately no one can give us this security. We have to just embody it, because this is already the truth of you. And so there's this focus, and baby steps associated with the Hermit. But then we have the Two of Cups here. We have the Two of Cups, which is indicating the beginnings of a new relationship. We may have to be a little bit patient to get there. That's the issue, is we might have to be a little bit patient to get there, and that's going to play with our confidence. It's going to make us feel insecure, but keep focused. And there's that Knight of Wands, and they just want us to enjoy the process. They want us to just explore this connection. That's all we have to do in the quote-unquote delay, is to just enjoy each other's company. Ultimately, they see this sort of stepping stones that we're making, this flirtation, these tentative plans that we're making. They are the seeds. If we plant them and if we work on those growing conditions and maintain them, it can ripple down to this. It can ripple down to more than just the beginnings of a relationship. This can be commitments down the line for someone watching. Like, this is a lot of potential. And so they want us to be very focused, even if it means being a little bit patient, and we're grieved by that message. Spirit says that there's no such thing as patience in the perspective of the spiritual realm. They say delays don't exist. Everything's happening in a timeline that is perfect, that is meant for us. And so when we experience delays here, that's just a 3D perspective that we're meant to overcome, ultimately. So they see it as a positive thing when we experience delays, because they're like, oh, you have an opportunity to work on that frustration. It can be frustrating for us when we're not in that spiritual perspective, but Spirit's indicating that this has so much potential, and they say that it's going to require focus in order to get to this chapter of a relationship beginning, but things could really take off after that. Can we clarify the Hermit, please? We have the Magician, They also don't want us to be complacent with the steps that we're going to be guided to take, because they say that complacency will be our worst enemy in this case. It's just going to slow down the momentum. There's an emphasis on communication. So it's like there's an emphasis on the two of you could be in a talking stage at this moment. We have the Queen of Wands. And you can see the Queen of Wands, she's on her wand and she's pole dancing because she's just enjoying herself. Her focus, all you require in this focus that Spirit's asking you of is to just enjoy this communication phase, to enjoy the process. Then we have the Page of Wands of exploration. We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Two of Cups. Now, the Four of Pentacles is indicating, again, an institution or some sort of investment in the practical realm. So there could be a workplace connection here or a school place connection. Please take that as it resonates. But ultimately, we do have the Two of Cups. And I feel like we're sort of on the edge of this. We're getting closer and closer because this Two of Cups is coming very soon after the present energy of the Eight and the Empress. And so we could be in for a breakthrough very, very soon. Let's take a look at this person's current feelings, please. How are they currently seeing this connection and feeling for pile number 3? What is the potential in this connection? We have here, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Because when we start to get nervous, when we start to get insecure, and we start to get impatient, we start to apply those expectations on others, and that can really affect the momentum. And this Page of Wands isn't concerned about any of that. This page is just exploring. This page is just enjoying themselves. They're on vacation. They're going for an exploration. So don't get caught up with the timing of things, but we will give a time frame here. Make the effort. Great love is worth the steps that we're guided to take. And we're going to be inspired to take certain actions here with the Hermit. There's a planning phase here. But again, as I said, sometimes that planning phase stops short there. We have to start to apply the practical steps towards this abundance, because good luck doesn't exist. It doesn't just happen to us. We make it happen. We're so powerful. We make it happen. So this is like Six of Cups energy for me. This could be a friendship as well that wants to move into a different cycle, or it could be, again, a really strong work friendship that wants to move, strong work flirtation, but it's going to be worth the steps that you'll be guided to take. Back of the deck says, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And this may not be an ex that you're clearing out, but it just may be energy in general, confusion, fears, worries, delays. It's about clearing that out, even impatience. The emotion that keeps us in prisons. It's about clearing that out so that we can utilize this Page of Wands to just explore. The Magician in this case is a rabbit. And that's all we have to do to manifest this relationship coming in, is to just explore and enjoy each other's company here. So let's get some message cards from this person to see how they're currently feeling. What are some of their current feelings, please, for pile number 3? The person on pile 3's mind. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. Sense of release. That's really bringing my awareness back to release your ex. So somebody from your past who's hurt you, who perhaps has created a bit of jaded energy. There's a sense of acknowledging the pain that you've been through in the past that have left you uncertain or fearful of the future. There's an acknowledgement of that, because it's once we acknowledge it, we can carry forward that lesson. And we have, I am coming, trust. Seek professional advice. There is a very strong emphasis on professional realm or the work realm here for pile 3. Happiness is my priority. And that's all Spirit says you have to do. That's all you have to do to surrender, is just be happy, to enjoy, to spread positivity, to focus on abundance. I just want space. I think about the Six of Swords. I think about transitions, and it says, you are so beautiful. What do you need me for? I am manifesting you. Somebody who puts you up on a huge pedestal. So if you're insecure about who you are to this person, do not be, because they're presenting you as the Empress. You're this beautiful Nine of Pentacles, somebody who carries themselves with grace, somebody who looks amazing, and you'll be in an enviable position soon. So we're going to ask Spirit about the timing here. When will this transition into a relationship phase? And when we talk about this transition, Spirit is indicating that this is just the beginnings, right? The Two of Cups talks about the start of this relationship. It will take time, effort, decisions that carry us to the Ten of Cups ultimately. Because when I have these cards laid down in the reverse position for me, this is talking about things that can come to pass if we take the steps. We have to take the steps guided. So when will this move forward into a relationship phase? When will they be together? Seven of Wands. It's happening very soon for someone, like very, very soon. I'm dealing with collective energy, so I am getting multiple messages that are coming in at this time. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. I'm getting a multitude of messages coming in. I'm getting 9 months for someone, and I'm also getting literally within a week's time, I feel like somebody is going to get some sort of offer coming in, but that's definitely not for everyone. We are looking at, as a collective message, we're looking at potentially almost 2 months before there is a transition, but that's right around the corner to the spiritual perspective, which is why they're saying things are going to change almost like that, almost overnight, because they're saying that this relationship is like right here. It's right upon us. So it's not very long away. There's an emphasis on 7, the number 7, 7 days, 7 weeks, perhaps 7 months, but an emphasis on 7. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3 about this relationship that may form. Again, it's all about decisions. They may come forward with an offer, but you'll have to be the one to choose if you want to transition. We have the Justice reversed, the King of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now the Justice is reversed. There's a sense of like unfairness. This came up actually in pile 1, a feeling of unfairness with the Justice reversed in the bowl. And so there's a feeling of like being stuck here, and really having to push ourselves out of our comfort zone in order to take a shot and take a risk. And there's an emphasis on position as well. So this person, you as well, could be really focused upon, permanent change that could come about within the work realm if we take this risk. But it's an opportunity, right? And we do have this Ace of Pentacles coming in, which is indicating that there'll be shifts and changes in this connection overall within the year's time. So whether it be 7 weeks, 7 months, 7 days, within the year's time, we're going to have shifts and changes in this connection. But that shift and change in connection could also mean a huge sort of permanent shift in the environment of which you know this person as well. We have in the bowl today, we have here a little doggy in a cup. I think of friendship and loyalty. We have I. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody really reliable, I feel. Like this is somebody that you can rely on. They would be an excellent partner in this configuration with the Ten of Cups. This is somebody who's dependable. We have the little black dress. I think about morning energy. So take that as it resonates. And somebody who is perhaps feeling like they have run out of time or it's too late. There's a sense of just being focused on negative emotions instead of being focused on what's coming, this Two of Cups. And so there's this healing energy with this starfish. So some divine feminine may have actually physically lost a person, for instance. If that's the case, my condolences and my heart goes out to you. So if you were in a grieving cycle at this time, this shift in relationship may happen during that grieving cycle. We have the Strength Leo energy in the bowl as well. All right. That is what I have for you today, pile 3. If it resonated with you, I would love to hear your story below in the comment section. Even if you have to come back, I would love to hear your story. It really helps to bring me more content if you push your notification bells, your like button, and I would love to have you subscribe to the channel and join our beautiful, I already said that, join our beautiful soul family. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. And I offer little chances to win free mini reads over on Instagram, so check me out there as well. But I hope that you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day.